So, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to drink any of that, but I have recently bought some wine. We are live. Pretty sure. I hope. We're live? We are live! Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to the King of Anime podcast. A little bit delayed edition. That's fine. EA stubbed his toe.
It was quite painful.
It is terrible. I mean, you know, you don't expect your toe to be stubbed until it does.
Right, and the part where the nail just like almost comes off the toe. Ooh.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. That's just what happens. That's just what happens. Hey everybody, it's King of Anime podcast. If you don't know what the King of Anime podcast show thing is, it's where we lock in a bunch of shows each season. We talk about them, and we give it a pass or a kill. It takes 2 passes for something to pass. It takes 2 kills for something to be killed. I want to, as well as people flow in, want to ask people to, during the show, you know, like the video or like the stream, share it out to people on Twitter, to their friends, whatever it may be. Tell them, hey, KOA is pretty great. It's a great show, and just because we're not covering AOT doesn't mean it has to get like 5 views a week. So, yeah, I cry. I'm joined by my co-hosts.
How you
Hey.
doing?
Yes.
Good people.
Yes.
I'm ready.
We have a super chat from before the show. Decrepit Storm 229.
I didn't know that was possible.
Says, don't give in, don't revive Vivi. I guess people are asking us, oh yeah. We should, everyone, like, wants us to bring back Vivi.
Why?
It is, we would just be, like, pooping on it each week, and I don't want to do that.
Why is that even like a movement? Because I seen another chat that said that, like, we haven't even like thought about Vivi.
Dude,
Nope,
I
he has not.
haven't watched the latest episode.
Vivi is
Me
like
neither.
a movement on my channel. Like, I was playing Resident Evil 8.
Vivi's a bowel movement.
This shit.
Oh my god. I was playing Resident Evil 8, and like I was getting the people saying like, bring back Vivi, please, bring back Vivi. It's like,
Why though? Why do you guys love Vivi? Okay, no, I went on Hollow's. He did a poll asking people what are their favorite anime for the spring season, and I don't remember all his options, but I remember he had 2 Year Eternity, Nagatoro, Vivi, and some other things on there. And all I know was Vivi was winning by like it had like 26% of the votes, and I'm like, people love Vivi this much?
yeah, it's crazy. It's
I was
crazy.
not aware.
It's crazy.
We
Like-
already got a dislike because we're talking about how we hate Vivi.
We're sorry. Oh,
I'm not.
I don't hate it. It's just I don't like it that much. Like it's a fine show.
I think the perfect word for it would be overrated as fuck.
yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Speaka Illustrations is in chat. Speaka, we commonly talk about when we talk about Fruits Basket, Francesca being best girl, but Speaka Illustrations, she is also best girl. So props to her. She's amazing.
Hello, Speaker.
Scarlet
Speaka
Disaster says, even though the last episode of Vivi was pretty solid, I agree. Don't revive Vivi, but it would be a nice little commentary about it when the season is over. So
No,
we have a movement against the movement.
no, like because that will require us to all watch it. Like I'm watching Vivi all the way through because I'm not dropping anything this season. That's just a rule that I made for myself. Don't try to subject these guys to watch Vivi all the way through. Like, they don't deserve that. Like, it's fine.
Okay. Wow.
We done enough. And this is all it's all Hollow's fault.
Spica has returned, this time on YouTube. Hello, Spica. What is going on?
Pikachu.
What? The QRW6 says, "Hey KOA, I'm an WTF, right? What? You are AW? What?"
He's a what the fuck right now.
I guess so. What's up, Silver Gomez? Chris, user 7.
I think I know why.
Big Nose Monkey says, "Wait, why do you guys hate Fifi so much?"
Big Nose Monkey.
Typhon the Terrible says, "Dislike."
Man.
Well,
That
we
makes
know who our
sense.
one dislike was.
Well, there you go. Mace Windex tells me when I'm going to finish RE8. Not tomorrow, sadly. Probably Wednesday or Thursday or something. Man, I got a busy week this week. I got to push out some videos. Holy crap. So, with that out of the way, we got a little bit of a different order for the show from now on. This is kind of the order that we're going to be going in, because I noticed that when we had Fruits Basket last, everyone left. So we're going to have it in the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're going to do Higehiro
Assholes.
first. And oh my god. Oh my god. So, let's talk about Higehiro. We're going to give it a kill and pass this week, but it's not going to count because we kind of forgot to watch and catch up. We didn't even realize that we were watching the show, except for me. And I blame that all on Satsuki.
Yeah, I suggested the show. So
So
yeah,
I got
I
thoughts,
had
man.
forgotten that altogether. So
Yeah,
My bad.
I've seen the first 4 episodes, so I'm gonna, non-spoiler wise, I'm gonna bring up like hints on where it goes for these guys, but
is it in a good place?
well, the
Because
first
I gotta admit, like the first episode, I was expecting worse, but it wasn't that bad.
well, Saucy, what do you think?
Okay, so yeah, this show early on, and I'm talking about when it first aired, like you just see the title of it, because the English title is Higehiro, after being rejected, I shave and took in a high school runaway. And from that title, immediately you go to question marks start to be raised. And even in the first episode, there are a lot of question marks because this guy Yoshida picks up a high school girl. I think her name was Sayu, something like that. Picks her up pretty much off the street and invites her. Well, not initially, but she had nowhere to go. He just let her stay at his house. And it's kind of, he's a 26-year-old man. She's in high school. I don't know exactly how old she is, but still, it's very weird.
I'll
It's
be
just an
26 in
odd
3
thing.
days.
You're gonna be 26, really?
Yeah, I'm gonna be fucking old.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna be a
You're
boomer.
already there, see?
Damn it, I'm gonna be older. Fuck.
Now you just need to shave and then, find
No.
a high school.
I refuse to shave if that's what happens when
No,
you turn 26.
Be like the show. Be like the show because you got to keep the beard because that makes it. What did he say? Like that means that you're old or something. But
He said what really made him feel old was like feeling no need to shave his beard, like being too lazy to do it, something like that.
Alright. I like it because it looks cool on me. So that guy said dishonest stuff.
To be fair, he probably doesn't have a beard like you, yeah. So maybe
Hell yeah.
maybe that's why.
Dude, I don't know if I showed you or not, but I got a haircut. And I
shit.
trimmed my beard. I
Wow.
don't look like a caveman anymore.
So in some ways, you did shave.
Trimming is different than shaving. And I didn't do it. That was Kimberly from Sport Clips. She did that for me.
Shout out to Kimberly.
Shout out to Kimberly. You did a really good job.
But like yeah, the premise is very off-putting for a lot of people, but I think this episode handled things well.
God.
Um, there was some bad in it for sure.
Oh, there was some
Like
bad.
yeah, no, because this show is it kind of reminds me of like how we had question marks with I'm already forgetting it, Mushoko Tensei, like where there was a lot of scenes where like why is this here, why is this here, why is this here. There were scenes like that in the first episode, and
Oh.
I think like what's wrong with this series is the tone of it, not even like the content of it. Because I think the premise is interesting in it of itself and it's something that's worth being explored.
I
Like
agree.
I don't think this show is like trash, but I think it handled its tone a little weird. Like the scene of Sayu like showing off her body, whatever. They're playing
Oh.
like this happy-go-lucky music, and it's like
Oh, you just wait. Just wait.
Boingy,
It's just-
boingy, boingy.
yeah, yeah. It's like those scenes are very strange, but like there was some good in it as well. Like when he keeps rejecting her and all of that, like good stuff. They could easily go in a bad direction with the show, and it's something that they had to handle with tact, and that's how you have to handle the show. You have to like it's very delicate.
Okay. So first of all, I'm going to address something in the chat. Big Nose Monkey said, or Zentosi says, review bottom tier character Tomazaki-kun. That's going to be a Patreon, Discord member, YouTube member thing. So just want to say that. So that's probably coming out next week because it would have come out this week, but like I'm super backed up because of an incident that happened last week. So it's just like a 99 cents or whatever. If not, you can join my Discord. I don't know when I'm going to post a link to that. Check the community tab post in the comments. You can find one there. You don't have to pay for anything. So my one, okay, Sasi, you are 100% on point with the tone. The first thing we see of Miyuki is her underwear. And immediately that made me go, all right, you're already on thin ice with me. Because as most people will know that are watching the podcast now, I'm not the biggest fan of fan service. In this context, I do like fan service, if that's what the show, like, presents itself as, if that makes sense. Like for example, like Fate or Grand Order. We'll specify with Grand Order. There's a lot of half-naked dudes and half-naked girls, and I'm totally okay with that. But this is the context of a 26-year-old and a 17-year-old. And if she were... Two things. If the show didn't try to keep pushing it as a romance and give that tone, as if these two characters are destined to be a thing, and maybe if they tried to push it as like he's like more of a mentor, which I think is the way the show is like objectively heading. So I think that's a good thing. But I think the tone is so off point. It's like it's harming it. It's harming what's underneath. It's almost like having like, I don't know, the fucking engine of a Ferrari inside of like a fucking rust bucket. Like what like it's just is what it is, and you kind of have to look past those things to get to the enjoyment. Regardless of that, regardless of me realizing the show's intent and wanting to have a good story, regardless of that, it's like they try to play both fields. It's like they try to have their cake and eat it too. They want to, on one hand, have this really well thought out, really mature story. On the other hand, the visuals and some of the dialogue does not represent that direction. And yet that once again plays back into tone, but that as well hits on aspects like the writing and dialogue. For example, Miyuki says, upon Yoshida arriving home, "Welcome home, Daddy." It's an actual quote. that's and it keeps happening. That's the thing. And this is where I'm going to bring up with my experience, because I've watched the first 4 episodes. These guys have only watched 1. It keeps happening. This stuff keeps happening. Like, and in some contexts, like, I perfectly, like, it makes sense for the stuff to keep happening in some context. But it feels like this, it's really hard to balance out this criticism without repeating myself. But on one side, it feels like they're trying to say, don't you really want this fantasy? Like, this is an awesome fantasy, bringing home a teenager and with big boobs, and she's super hot and ready, you know, DTF. On the other hand, it's like, well, we want to develop this girl, and we want to develop this guy, and we want to make it, you know, respectable and a really, you know, deep relationship that goes further than just, you know, what it is on the surface, which is fan service and stuff. But it doesn't want to do that. Like, it doesn't want to do one of those things, is what I'm trying to say. And I think it would be so much better if it did one of those things. And, well, if it did one specific thing and not go, like, lean into fan service. I do like I said, a lot of the dynamic of the relationship and kind of like the intrigue of it, of like, they're kind of like they're on totally different perspectives. Like she has this outward look of what she's experienced in high school and what she's experienced in her life, and, you know, through teenage years, and he has his experiences that are totally different. Which, sadly, in my opinion, I think his story is actually more cliche than hers is. I think hers is actually, like, her backstory and stuff is, I don't remember if they covered this in this episode, but I'm not going to say much, so I don't want to spoil you guys. But
no, they didn't say shit about it.
Well, okay, so her backstory is, like, really interesting. But his backstory and his setup and his character is very generic. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like the tone, if the tone was fixed, I feel like this would be all right, because I feel like with the current tone, it just feels like no matter how much the characters say, I'm not into you, the show keeps pushing them in that direction due to the way the tone feels. And I'm 50-50. I do believe that it's not going to go in the direction of them getting together or anything, but I'm not 100% sure. And some, I come away from some scenes and some episodes thinking this show is destined and doomed to fail. And I don't mean by just, you know, by my own subjective opinions. I mean, like, by telling a story. Like making something that has a message. I don't know. Like there are scenes where it's like they get really super serious and it's really nice, and then you get scenes where she's walking around a house and he's laying on the floor and she walks directly over him and he gets an upskirt. Or like there are scenes where he is like, his dialogue is written in a certain way to not evoke anything other than just a plain comment, but the show's like, oh my god, this is flirting. He's flirting with her, which is really weird. And then there are scenes where she's like, you want to sleep with me? And it's like, what do you want this show to be? It feels, you know, it feels a lot like Saying Yesterday for me, in a sense.
But she was legal.
Right. But like,
we found that out and we celebrated her.
Yeah, I remember that. And that's why, and that is exactly why I'm skeptical of this show, because it wasn't long ago on Saying Yesterday for me that we were championing this girl being 18 years old, screaming in our mics, just, yeah! And
I remember Sasuke was like, we did it!
And this anime She is 17. She's 16, 17, whatever age she is. She's in high school.
So you're saying whenever she has a birthday, everything will be okay?
So are you saying that they're potentially trying to like delay things for us to be like okay with a romance between these two characters?
What I'm trying to say is I think this show is so scattershot in what it wants to do that it doesn't know what it wants to do. So I don't think it even knows like what it wants to fucking say at the end of the day. Let alone, you know, create a story that like that where it's like, if you just hold out, like on one hand it's like this father-daughter relationship, on the other it's like it's like it just feels totally wrong and just weird. And I don't understand. Like I'm getting mixed signals from this show on where their relationship is going. I'm sorry, I've talked way too much. You guys can keep talking.
I want to say you really went in hard on this show.
I just find it fascinating. Honestly, that's why I kept talking, because as I started to talk, I was like, oh my god, there's so much I can talk about here.
What I want to say, Mace Windex, he's actually watching a show because I reviewed it. KenoCon. I remember that damn show. So I'm glad that I don't know, are you enjoying it? Because if you are, you enjoyed it more than I did. So big props to that. Now, as far as this, and I'm just going off of the first episode specifically. It might get worse. It might get better. I don't know. But the first episode wasn't that bad, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, we have those messages of this underage woman that's just wanting to, I guess, sleep with the dude just so that she could like spend the night because she's living on the streets. She's a runaway. Freaking, I just want to say, first of all, that woman in the very beginning is the worst person in the whole show.
Well,
she's the true villain.
She's a true villain. She ate his meal and everything out when there's, oh, I have a boyfriend for 5 fucking years. Ooh. It's kind of serious.
She's an actual character in this series, so she keeps appearing.
Fuck off, that character. That character is, I'm sorry, I don't know. I just have a true hatred for people that are like that take advantage of people and they're already in a relationship. But whatever. I like when it comes to the main character, he was freaking drunk whenever all that stuff happened, and
dude, he kept it together.
He didn't even make any advances.
Yeah.
So
he's not a lolicon.
I was gonna say, so that means when people, whenever they're drunk, their true intentions come out and whatnot. And he was just like, look, girl, I don't like you that way, but come on, I can't just leave you out on the street, which, any real person would have just walked away.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he said something in this episode to where and I liked what he said. Like I guess it makes sense for what I've seen of his character. But he said because he was treating her nicely and whatever, and she kept being like shocked by some of the things that he was doing, and he like yelled at her and said, those guys that you were with are just like assholes, and I'm not a nice guy. And I'm like, no, you're for sure an exception, because there are a lot of people who wouldn't have done what he's done with good intentions. So, like, he's definitely a nice guy. He might not be the nicest, but he's definitely above, like, the average person who would have, even if people didn't help her, I think, like, the furthest people would try to go is to, like, try to figure out what's going on with their parents, like, try to call their parents or the police or something like that. A lot of people aren't going to invite this random girl into their house.
No, you would at least try to file a missing person's report. Yeah, call the police. Something. I don't know. You would do something, but no. Hey, you want to come over and have a wacky adventure while making me miso soup in the morning?
Let me sleep with you, stranger. Yeah, you can sleep at the police station because that's where I'm bringing you.
I mean, think about that. You're drunk. It's like a Saturday night, and this person says, "I want to have sex with you." The first thing you're thinking, and if they're underage, you're just like, I no.
Yeah. Yes.
Please get away from me.
Oh my God. Yeah. Like me and like Satsuki. Like I'm sure I can back up Satsuki's words when I say that. Like I'm closer to this guy's age. If I was in this same scenario, I would have either like just ignored it, like, and like at the most would have been like, "Are you okay? Like, anything going on?" And if she was like, "Yeah, I want to." Can we smash at your house?
I want to suck your.
I'm just 17. I'd be like, all right, listen, lady, I'm gonna call the police, and I'm just gonna tell them you're here.
If I was around some, like if I knew some people were around, I would be like, hey, can someone help this girl out? That's preferably her age.
Yeah. Yes. Oh my lord.
She wants to smash.
Oh my God. Oh my lord. Like
there would be like a line of 20 dudes wanting to pick her up.
Yeah. Hollow may be one of them.
But
comments on his new alt account, Hollow Live. He's having a conversation with himself.
Yes, he is.
Hello, Hollow.
But overall, like it wasn't terrible. I definitely understand and know what you're talking about with the whole this show doesn't know what it wants to be. Does it want to be wholesome? Does it want to be fan servicey? It almost kind of wants the best of both worlds just so that it can say, hey, you know,
of both worlds.
It's this is for these fans and this is for the wholesome crowd. Because to be honest, if this was a show and it mostly was just like kind of like kind-hearted and the guy was genuinely a nice dude and like the girl was trying to get back on her feet, she just said that because, you know, that she wanted to sleep with somebody because that's how she got around in the past, I would actually like really think this was one of the better shows.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's what I want out of this show. Like
but this is anime. We're not gonna get that.
Like you don't.
We gotta have the fan service.
Okay, so the thing about the fan service, like, if you guys do not know how bad it gets in the next like 3 episodes, I don't even know how bad it's gonna get.
Let me guess. He goes to use the bathroom and she's half naked. No, she walks out with only a towel on and she's just like, come in this night, and then just
well,
really dumb.
You know, EA, I hate to say it, but that's like 80% accurate.
I mean,
there's a couple key things that are different, but
he walks out naked. That son of a bitch.
No, it's her. But
I figured.
Like just because it's a slice of life and you know it's a light novel series, like I get that's what the author wanted, but like. And I'm sure he had a vision, right? And he's just doing what he wants to do.
He sure
did. But like, man, we don't like this is a perfect story where you don't need a romance. And
I agree.
And it's very funny because like I think with Sing yesterday for me, which once again I think is the most comparable, you know, of the shows we've recently covered on KOA for people in the know. Like, I feel like that show, like, the romance for that show was pretty good until the last episode. I think most people are disappointed with that. So, it can work as long as she's of age. And it's just for the simple fact, like, it's just immediately a no-go. Like, it's inappropriate. Like, this doesn't happen in, like, if it does happen in real life, I'm telling you right now, any responsible adult is not hooking up with a 17-year-old. Like, it's just unrealistic, and it's kind of... It's almost like... It's the same problem I had with Vivi, like, actually, where it was kind of like just some weeb's fantasy. it just doesn't need a romance. Like, it would just be so much better if these two characters were like if she started out like this, and then after the first episode was like, all right, I need to cut this shit out, and then for the rest of the series it's like, like from Fruits Basket, like Kyo and Kazuma going into the mountains to train or something, like just some type of really wholesome relationship that explores both of their characters and they grow with each other, and they're still doing that. It's just having the romance with it is, it just it gets things a little bit murky, right? It makes
what
the
happens
good things
when a 26-year-old man takes in a high school girl? Wacky stuff happens. Whoa.
Yeah, I think we're belaboring the point. We should probably just move on at this point because we're 30 minutes into the show. Jesus Christ.
Well, we're dead.
So doesn't count, but I am giving it a courtesy pass based off just if I watched the first episode.
Same. Oh, excuse me.
I'm passing it.
All right, just a regular pass. Everybody is telling us to revive Vivi again. This is
Revive Monkey. Who the fuck? Monkey.
I think that's what? Is that like Ritsu from Fruits Basket? Well, speaking of, let's talk about Fruits Basket.
Oh!
What an episode.
What a fucking episode indeed.
Where do you even begin? Holy crap.
For those who haven't seen Fruits Basket, you better leave right now.
You need to see it. Exactly.
You need to see it.
By the way, before we progress any further, if you haven't already, 28 people in here. We've lost like 20 viewers. Make sure to leave a like. Share it out with people. Tell them KOA is pretty cool. If you haven't already. But anyways, continue, EA.
My my patience for Aikido has grown terribly thin, but after this episode, there is no redemption. There is no bringing back, no good graces, none of that shit. Fuck Aikido. I don't care what trauma she's been through or whatever. That's not any way to handle your troubles or any shit like that. If I can't have you, no one can. Really?
She just stabbed a bird.
Oh my god, yes. Satsuki. Oh my god.
Satsuki. I know you have a love for people stabbing and everything, especially when they're women.
Well, mostly in the front, not the back.
Right.
That's a mark on the back is a swordsman's shame.
And the freaking he's gonna be losing some kidneys or some there has to be some vital organs. He's gonna be in the
hospital for a couple months at least.
Right. I see. This is why he should have left when he had the chance. The curse was broken, and he would have been happier.
Whoa! Look at. I mean, here's a thing where like maybe Kurino should have shaved and went with the high schooler. Actually, like the objectively better situation here.
He would be happier if he was with her, with Uton.
The thing is, Kurino's older than that.
I mean, yeah, right. So that's pretty bad. But at least he would be not impaled. That's all I'm saying.
I
have a list here of stuff Aikido has done in the fucking past.
You have a fucking list?
She's blinded a dude. She's thrown a woman out of a 3-story, 2-story building.
Wait. Okay, with the first one, she wasn't trying to blind Hattori. He got caught in the crosshairs.
Oh my god,
she was.
Satsuki.
I gotta clear that for the. She was going after Kana, not Hattori.
Okay. Never apologize for it, but whatever. Through lady, I'm pretty sure it was a 2-story, all the way to the ground. Probably had all intentions of trying to kill her. Scratched up Toro's face with her nails. Mentally and verbally abusive to all of the Zodiacs in the house, and now stabbing. I mean, this isn't the first time she's tried to stab people, too. She's grabbed the knife and literally came inches away from stabbing people before.
She tried to kill
Now she's finally
her mother.
stabbed somebody.
She tried to kill her mother in this episode, and like the couple episodes ago, put Ren in a fucking cage to starve.
Her mother is a piece of work, I tell you.
Oh my God,
I
Satsuki,
mean,
you cannot.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
What?
You cannot.
What?
You cannot.
What? I didn't say anything.
You cannot, Satsuki. I know what you're gonna say. You cannot.
I didn't say anything.
Listen, you're gonna say Ren and Akito. They're fine. No.
No, that's not what I was. Listen, all I was gonna say was with Akito stabbing Kureno. At least she, it's equality. Like, she usually always hurts women. Now she's hurting men. Intentionally this time. Because with Hattori wasn't intentional. So she physically hurt men and women. So at least she's not, like, just on the misogyny grind.
She's not sexist when she comes to dishing out the pain. I'm so glad.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like I said, this season, I was kind of 50-50 on Akito,
No.
I'm like, okay, I understand where it comes from. I understand why she is the person that she is, and I almost feel sorry for her. Almost. But then that shit happened, and now everyone deserves to break the fucking curse, and Hiro was the next one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good for him.
Good for him. You know what? I'm happy for him. Even though I didn't care for him at the beginning, I'm happy for him now. Because here, as bad as Hiro is, pales in comparison to Akito.
Oh my God, yeah. It's like
I don't think that was a question.
So see, let's hear you try to defend attempted murder.
But anyway,
we don't gotta. Listen, other things happen besides, like, me trying to defend Akito and Rain. Like, all right, let's. What's the first place I want to go? I think I want to talk about Rain and Akira, Akito's father. This is something that I posted on Twitter.
Terrible woman.
Very terrible.
You get to, like, a lot of Akito's actions, you have to think in a different light now, because at first I felt like in season 1, when Akito allowed Toru to stay in Shigure's house and whatnot, we didn't know Akito too well at that time, but within that season we learned a bit of Akito's personality, and it made me think, like, why did she do that? And in that moment, I thought it was just solely because she was so confident that someone like Yuki would come back to her, that, she wasn't really worried about Toru possibly changing them. And that is a factor. But with the backstory we have of Rain, Akito has been in competition with her mother since birth, because with her mother, she felt like Akira's love was split between her and Akito. In fact, she believed that Akito was loved more by Akira. So she always felt that she had to one up Akito. So a lot of what Akito has been doing isn't solely just because of this confidence that everybody will come back to her and her belief in these eternal bonds. It also plays to the fact that she wants to prove Rain wrong. Like pretty much they had a shouting match at each other. Like Rain was saying, once the Zodiacs get a taste of the outside world, they won't come back to you. Like, who would want to be with a depressing girl like you? And then Akito, because of what she's been taught to her by her father, she's pretty much saying, no, they're for sure coming back. It's just a matter of time. It doesn't matter what happens. They will come back to me. So again, it makes you think about a lot of Akito's actions, and the driving force for it was to prove her mother wrong. So I think that's interesting.
Yeah.
Not even trying to argue.
Yeah,
about your
freaking
waifus?
Reen is
I mean,
a terrible person. How does she not? Why does she not like Akito? Is it because everyone else likes her better?
Well,
Because she's a god?
it's because Akira kept her in, and like she was possessive and wanted Akira to herself, like completely 110% of the time to herself.
Jeez.
That's kind
Everyone's
of
possessive in this damn show.
yeah, to the point where she became pregnant with his child, like to that point, to that degree. And the reason, I mean, she never liked Akito to begin with. She felt that she got enough attention from all the other people, which is honestly just embarrassing as probably a parent to say something like that. That's ridiculous. And then she was like, Akito was there in Akira's last moments, and Rin wasn't. And that was like probably like the point of no return, because not only did that happen, but as well, Akira's dead. So where do you even go from there?
Yeah, I don't even know why she stays at the place, to be honest.
Oh my god. Delia. Potato. I haven't talked to Potato in such a long time. I think that's Potato. Pretty sure. So she was jealous of Akira's relationship with Akito. Yeah, pretty correct.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. What I also find interesting, when it pertains to Akira, is that his relationship with Akito further shows the parallels between Akito and Toru, because especially from what we seen last episode, and I think it's no coincidence that it was last episode, we saw more of like Toru's attachment to her mother, which borders on obsession. She keeps that picture of Kyoko everywhere she goes, and that's like the last memento she has of her mother. In the same way with Akito, she has this box that up to this point pretty much everybody had the assumption that it was Akira's ashes, but it turns out it was nothing in there, and she knew that as well. But she said that she was 50-50 because it was told to her by the head maid that Akira's soul was in there. And of course, as a kid, that's easy to believe, but it's one of those things where I think that she, because of her strong attachment to Akira, him being someone who was babying her, telling her how she was special and whatnot, she wanted to believe in it more so than she just did believe it. She wished that that was Akira's soul, so she could have one last thing to uh, grip onto when it came to Akira. So I think it's interesting that those two kind of like, they're side by side in that way, that they have that strong attachment to their dead parental figure.
Speed Racing says Toru sucks, to be honest, and I'm gonna say it, that comment and that opinion kind of sucks, to be honest. So
Somebody said something on Twitter. I can't say it. I can't say it, but it has something to do with Toru, but I can't say it.
Oh, I don't think I know what you're talking about.
You're lucky.
So there's the other stuff we haven't talked about yet. It seems that with Kyoko and Kyo, it's something that he kind of, I guess it's an issue with him. He didn't have anything to do with Kyoko's death necessarily. She apparently got hit by a train, but as well, before that, she had
no. That was his mother. That was his mother.
That's what I thought.
Oh. Well, I thought Kyo's mother hung herself.
No,
I thought she got in a car accident.
No, what happened with Kyo's mother pretty much like threw herself onto traffic pretty much.
Oh.
They were walking together and like they got to a point where like they're on the sidewalk and she seen a truck or something, and then she pretty much like she committed suicide that way.
I knew it had something to do with a car.
Not fun.
That's why I think when it comes to that, the Kyoko's death, I don't know 100% sure if Kyoko actually said those words explicitly. I'll never forgive you. It may be like Kyo just like jumbling things up in his mind because of how similar their deaths were.
I think that's what it is. But as well, it seems there's some custody rights with Toru, so maybe her father isn't as nice as we previously thought.
I want to say, isn't that something?
Well, I think she was saying that because like this was post her like abandoning Toru. I think that's why she had that conversation with Kyo.
See,
And why was she having this? Why was she having this conversation with Kyo? That always weirds me out. Why are you talking to this little kid about serious topics?
Why was Kyoko like, "Hey, I got a daughter. Want to raise her?"
What?
Like she's like 8,
I just
or he's like
want
8.
some chocolate milk.
Yeah, he's
I
a
want
kid. He
some
just wants to play in the
chalky milk.
sand.
You're gonna have to grow up someday, kid. And the first step is raising my daughter for me.
But I'm not 26 yet, and I don't have a beard.
She's like, you got red hair. Like, go ahead and go for it.
It's time to shave and pick up a high school girl, kid.
Damn it.
He's raising a high school girl, and he's like 5, and she's 17.
Oh my god. Oh my god. And then Kyo just the whole time is just going, Itai. Itai.
Oh, no.
All the animes are coming together now.
And then there's the Tokyo Manji gang from Tokyo Revengers.
Oh my god. The Tokyo
trying to-
Manji gang pushed Kyoko in front of a car.
Yep. They were trying to get Hina, but they got Kyoko. What the fuck alternate Power Rangers universe bullshit are we creating?
God. There was something else I wanted to mention. Oh yeah, I want to say this with Rain. Also, let me just, this isn't in defense of any of Rain's actions. This is something I want to point out. Man, Rain still looks good. Like she looks exactly the same as
All
she
right,
did
we killing
when
her
she
passing
was.
it.
What the?
Wait, I want to know what Sasuke has to say about.
yeah.
He's just gonna lust over a crazy chick.
No, I'm making an observation because you got to
observation.
think about it.
Because you're
She looks-
lusting.
She looks exactly the same as she did when Akito was conceived. Exactly.
She's an
Like
anime.
no wrinkles or anything. Yeah,
She's
she
an
is
anime.
an anime. And it's impressive.
To be an
Yeah,
anime?
Yeah.
It's
You're not an
great.
anime.
If I was an anime, I would love it.
I mean, I think we can all agree with that.
Yeah. Call me when you're an anime. Then you can talk to me.
Fucking call me when you're an anime.
Wait. Aren't you already an anime? Didn't somebody
Oh.
draw you as a person?
Oh yeah, Satsuki, I'm a hot waifu.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I am
But
an
are you a
anime.
MILF?
So let's talk.
But are you a MILF?
But what does it matter if I'm a MILF? What are all these goalposts you're moving, Satsuki? It's like you're like those people on the internet that are like, if you're gonna review something, you gotta make something that's like in the same field. So if you want to criticize what a car builder does, you gotta build a car first.
To be fair, I think we were all created to be anime, thanks to oh my god, I'm spacing on the name. Who's that one guy that made all of us, or woman?
Hayao Miyazaki?
made?
What?
Yeah, we were made as we were drawings. It's on Twitter.
Oh, a kid knew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ikinu.
Yeah, that's the person who drew me in the anime too.
So you know what? We're all anime.
And to be fair, I'm in Fruits Basket, by the way.
Where?
Are you?
Hero's mother's name is Sasuke.
Oh my god, that's
All
not
right.
you.
That is me.
Then if that's the case, I'm in like 3 or 4 anime because of the name Zach.
True. You're in Angels
then
of Death or something?
Then I'm Falco in
I think
AOT.
so,
I'm Falco
yeah.
in AOT because his code name is Ben.
There you
All
go.
right, we are all anime. Damn it!
This is ridiculous. Can we? Okay, we're killing our pass in this episode. This is what I need to know.
Are we gonna talk more about Ren?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no. This is the serious stuff. So, like when Rain is like obsessing over Akira, I was kind of like at first I just took it at surface level, like she was just madly in love with Akira and now she just doesn't know how to let go of it. But like now thinking about it, there's a lot of question marks, and I feel like Fruits Basket is leaving it ambiguous for us to think about it, because you got to remember, like she started off as like on the lower end of the hierarchy when it came to the maids, because it seems like the old maid that we see yelling at everybody is like the head one, and Akira what or not Rain wasn't at that level. So like there's a question of, did she get with Akira to get higher on the hierarchy when it came to the Soma family? Because a lot of people have to follow her orders and listen to her. Like she's a big authority figure now because of her relationship with Akira. So there's that. And I also think that while she could still love Akira, it felt like she was taking advantage of him. Like he was just this lonely guy, and she felt like she knew she could be the center of his universe. And because of that, maybe like because of her wanting to be wanted by someone and have them be super dependent on her, she took that advantage and got with Akira because he didn't have anybody before that. So those are like the question marks with their relationship.
I definitely agree with that. I think she took advantage of him too.
QRW6 brings up, and people earlier in the chat brought up, Fruits Basket is affirmed for one core, which makes me sketchy because a person told 20 out of 23 volumes were adapted. Yeah. And he goes on to say, I checked the manga and found out 110 out of 136 chapters were adapted before this episode. I think we talked.
Are we going to have a rushed ending, you think?
Well, based off this episode, probably not. They're probably just going to cut some stuff.
There's a lot of side stories that won't be told or wrapped up. It's just probably. It's just going to be the main people.
Most likely.
So is Bird Boy dead?
No, he's not dead, but he's going to be on life support. Thanks, Akito.
I mean, that might be good.
How is it good?
No, because then Utani can finally visit him.
That's true. That is true. I didn't think of it that way, but you're right. It's funny that you bring that up. I love the fact how after he got stabbed, it cuts to her looking at a dead bird.
Yeah.
In a completely different scene, which I know that's symbolic, but he ain't gonna die. She's gonna be overwhelmed with emotions and go, Kurino, I must see you in the hospital.
Oh god, Uo would like take a pipe and hit Akito.
Wait,
side the
she's
face.
Gonna do what with a pipe? She's gonna hit that pipe?
Oh, no.
She's not a crackhead.
No god. She's gonna take a lead pipe and like kill Akito. That's what Uo does. She has got a lead pipe.
I think Akito's stronger. Did we forget in the first episode where she put Rain in a chokehold, like burst through 3 doors, leapt up in the air, still had her the grip on her neck and slammed her?
Listen, Kagura is still pretty damn strong. So it's, if we're comparing to anyone, it's fine. Uo's got a lead pipe. We're good.
I don't think that's enough.
Yeah, I don't think that's enough either. I think after what I've seen, what she can do with a knife, I think you need to come back with a shotgun.
Oh no, not the.
Yes.
EA just has a shotgun, like it just hung up somewhere where you can see it, and it's just collected dust. And every day he just blows it off. Saying,
it's called Plan B. That has like a plaque under it. It just says Plan B.
It's right above my fireplace, and whenever I need it, I get a call. Space lollies are back. I'm on it. I'm on that bitch.
Not for long.
Not for long. And then I come in, you hear the freaking Doom Guy music coming in. And I'm just coming in. Let's go.
You just shoot them, and then they're like, Itai.
I don't know if they'll be saying much of that. They'll be making weird noises.
Be dead.
Die!
Um, 45 Dark Ray says they've been rearranged to try fitting the story with the one core. So, yeah. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I imagine we will probably, as anime onlys, will not notice. But we're giving this a pass, right?
Oh yeah. And apparently I'm only in my first form. Thank you, Lightning.
Yeah. And his kind has been attacked. So I guess
Wait.
someone here has attacked his kind.
Lightning, you're space lolly?
Oh no. Lightning, if you're a space lolly, you gotta run before Doom Guy comes over and does something.
Let's talk about 86, which I think is, Lightning's favorite anime because of Elena. So
Wait,
I
we're
like
going to
how you-
86?
Why are
Yeah.
we going to 86?
Tokyo Revengers is just crying in the
wait,
corner.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
hold
really
up.
is. Look at his picture.
Hold up. It's out of order. Oh wait, no, why? Oh shit, having technical difficulties here. Oh, here we go. Now Tokyo Revengers. Hey,
We're a professional podcast people.
fresh. Been doing it for 16 years. It's really good.
Yep.
Let's talk about Tokyo Revengers. I probably skipped it because I have literally nothing to say about the show anymore. So, what do you guys have to
Really?
say? Yeah, I did. Gonna be honest, not for me. This show's not for me. I just found it boring.
Well, I mean, to be fair, this whole episode was a lot of what's it called? Like flashbacks to when I'm so bad with names. I'm sorry, but the tattoo. He got a tattoo on the side of Draken. He got a tattoo on the side of his head when he was in 5th grade. That's badass.
We have to call into question the morality of the tattoo artist because he's like, you're in 5th grade and you're getting a face tattoo. You're the one who's doing it, motherfucker.
Right.
You don't have to do it.
He could have said no, but then that's when he met Sano. They had like moments. We saw their history back and forth. Was it ever said how Takemichi came back in time? Did he once again touch
Oh my god.
hands?
EA. Oh my god. Thank you. I've been listen. They don't show when he goes forward in time, when he goes back to present time. And when you really think about it, it's an issue. Because think about it. He has to touch Hina's little brother. I forgot his name.
Let's stop touching little brothers now, okay?
But he has to do that. So, no, like where I'm getting at is, since he has to touch Naoto's hand to go back in time and go to present time, how is he doing it every time? Because it's not like he does it and like time stops in that timeline. Time still keeps going. So wouldn't Hina find it weird that he just keeps going to his house and going, where's your little brother? I just want a handshake. Like, no, what? Like, they're not showing that because it would be very weird.
He's just crawling into his bed, touching his hand.
It's just odd. Like, when you really think about how the mechanic works, it shouldn't be able to work every time.
Right. It shouldn't. But yeah, that confused me. They went back in time again, trying to stop a meeting between someone from happening because that's when Draken was gonna die. Yeah, I really don't remember much other than like he tried to say like to stop it, but then Sano was just like he was gung ho. He was willing to do it even after listening to that. But Draken was like, hey, maybe we should actually look more into this because their dynamic is Sano is more feelings oriented, while Draken thinks before he goes through with stuff. So they kind of bounce off each other like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, and now we have a cliffhanger where it's basically just I guess the fight's on. It's gonna happen now.
Yeah. Yeah, they have this dynamic to where Sano is the one who's very eccentric, does whatever he wants, moves at the beat of his own drum, and then Draken's the guy who was like there to anchor Sano because Sano could definitely go off on the deep end. And that's how we got to this point of how their game became like one of the most dangerous because after Draken died, it's kind of like Sano loses that moral compass and the guide because like Sano was like I think I said this last podcast, like Sano is kind of like a child. He just does whatever. He doesn't really think about anything. He's super impulsive. But Draken is like he has said, he's the one, thinking about the consequences of things. And like in this episode, like their personalities came to a clash because Draken was like, okay, I heard what oh my god, Takamichi said. So maybe we should look more into it. And Sano's just like, no, like, or no. He said, like, are you going against the gang? And I was like, huh, wait, huh? Draken even said, that's not what I said.
Right.
So
It's like, can we just do a little research? Come on now.
yeah, it's just you can see how this gang could crumble because at the end of the day, everybody follows Sano. Draken can try to advise him, but it's just advice at the end of the day. So it's on him to follow that advice or not. It kind of reminds me of I guess spoilers for anybody who hasn't played Red Dead Redemption. EA will know it.
Oh,
It's
yes.
like Dutch and Hosea almost. Like Hosea is Draken, the person who's like being very logical. He's not exactly like Hosea because Hosea didn't really fight, but the logical guy will tell you when you're doing wrong. And Sano's like Dutch, and he's the leader, and he's just gonna say fuck it whenever he wants, and he's gonna do what he's gonna do. So their dynamic is interesting. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know how Takamichi can save Draken, but I gotta say this: Draken has to get some awareness because Takamichi was following this guy for so long, and he never
Yeah, he
caught
was.
on. I was like, is he
Yeah.
just like purposely ignoring him? Because I was like,
Yeah.
he's been so obvious.
Yeah, I thought for a second there like he was leading him on because it did kind of look like at some point he looked back because he thought someone was following him. I was waiting for Takamichi to duck down a corner and Draken to say, "Why you follow me, dude?"
Yeah,
But
something like that. Especially after Sano left.
yeah, but that never happened. So
So
weird.
anybody can just sneak up on these guys.
That's probably how he died. He probably didn't see it coming.
Want to say that Coco Chan is in the chat. That's Hollow's VTuber friend. What's up, Coco Chan?
You?
Hello, Coco Chan.
That's all I had to
Scarlet
say.
Disaster said, I see Sano's perspective. He has to be the leader, and he can't backpedal, especially not in front of other of his other subordinates. I think it's fine to be someone that thinks about certain things. Like I
Yeah.
understand wanting to save face in front of everybody, but Sano has already proven he's somebody that like if you question him, he can back things up. It's not like he's running a game where they don't already understand his strength because mostly people are following him because of his strength. Like that's it. It's not like him listening to Draken's order or not orders, but his advice is going to make people think less of his strength. I know it's
Right.
like the gang culture thing, but
Right. And I don't think it makes you a weak leader at all, neither, because any Star Trek fans out there, Next Generation, freaking Captain Louis Picard is one of the best leaders as far as, any kind, like anything really. Like he's the type of person that anyone would lay down their arms for. Freaking he's always open for people to think. It's Draken suggesting let's think of something. Louis Picard would be like, yes, we shall make it so. But yeah, I know what you're saying. Like you gotta have that mentality, especially when you're in a gang. You gotta, you don't want to seem like you're, as the kids would say, you're a pussy.
if they say that though out loud, he's just going to beat him up. Like in the flashback, he just beat up this I think he was in elementary, just beat up this middle school gang.
Yeah, he was like, how old was he? Like in second grade, something.
I don't.
And just
At this
beat up
point,
middle schoolers.
at this point, what these kids can do at their ages, I'm just like, all right, okay, because it's just like these are not middle schoolers.
They're not. They're getting tattoos when they're 10. They're knocking out freaking middle schoolers that look 20. It's this world, I tell you. No police whatsoever.
I'm just bored by this show, guys. I'm just lost when I watch it. I'm just
I agree. It's like fun, hearty, can't take too serious kind of entertainment. I wouldn't say it's my favorite of the season, but I'm not bored with it yet. I mean, there are shows that I look forward to more than this show, but overall it keeps me entertained.
I think if Hina was in this episode, she would feel better about it.
No, I mean, I've been feeling this way for quite a while about the show, but like it's like I want to express that I'm not so shallow to think that there's one aspect that will kill it for me, unless it's like a super bad, part of the show. But like it feels like overall the whole package of what I'm getting just isn't very interesting in any sense. The story isn't too interesting. The visuals just are kind of bland, and I mean, like I know the studio works really hard on these anime, so I'm not trying to say like they don't try or anything, but the music is just like at one point I literally have like down there's this scene like where Mikey shows up and like it's like Yakuza music plays. Like if you guys ever played Yakuza 0 or any of the Kiwami games, like
Never.
It's like plays this like heavy metal like guitar music, and it's just, and it has like the same issues that I have with Karakuri Circus in terms of the visuals, where it felt really washed and blown out a lot of the times, and I don't think that really helped it. And I'm not sure why anime studios on a budget try to do that look. It's not very appealing. It almost gives me like I'm gonna get a migraine. Like I don't know what other way to put it other than that, but like everything should like point to like just looking at the show, reading the synopsis, and this should be a show I like, and like I'm just not interested in. And I don't know if that's because we have a season with 86 and Fruits Basket and Vivi and what was the other show we're covering? To Your Eternity, which I think are all just more interesting than, and what I mean by that, I don't mean better. I just mean interesting than Tokyo Revengers.
The show came out like last fall when we had Adachi Tsushimamura and Inuyasha
dude,
spinoff.
that would have been a lifesaver.
It would be the best. It would be the best show.
Yeah, without a doubt. Besides AOT,
fuck you guys. Adachi was good.
Is whatever.
I hated the alien.
She wasn't good, but the show was good.
I mean, I'm whatever about this show. Like, I like it, but like, I'm not gonna say like that was the highlight.
Wait, what?
Did they finally bang at the end?
I don't remember.
Yeah, you're dealing with a
terrible show.
It's a
terrible show. Pass. No, pass.
Wait, are we killing the past in Adachi Tsushimura retroactively?
Yes, as a show.
Just Tokyo Revengers. I just 6 episodes in, I feel like we're 18 episodes in. That's how slow it's going for me. So, I'm not going to give it a courtesy pass, but out of courtesy, I'm going to give it a kill.
Ooh. Are we going to have to drag C's dead body along the finish line again like we did with Sports Climbing Girls?
I mean, it's 24 episodes. So,
is it 24 episodes?
So we're going to go for 18 weeks of this. And like,
all right, let's do this. I'm passing it.
Wow. Holy shit. Listen. I'm okay. Like here's the thing. With rock climbing girls, I did not want to watch it some weeks because it's rock climbing girls. This has way more promise than rock climbing girls.
You didn't like Kurisu?
Kurisu. Annie-chan.
Never gonna catch me.
Oh, I'm passing this. I thought, I mean, it wasn't the strongest episode, but I thought it was cool.
All right.
We should be getting more to, like, I think the exciting bits, like figuring out what happened with the Draken. I think once we get that, maybe that'll get your engine going. But I don't know.
Get my motor running.
Mhm.
Let's talk about this time for reals 86, which
You love
Lena.
my
Stop!
God.
Oh my god! People, I'm really angry. I'm getting mad. Okay, people saying still saying that I'm into Lena, and let me ask you guys. Proof. Where is it? Is there any?
All right.
You don't
look
need
at the
proof.
Yeah, I want to say, look at the community tab. You posted a picture of her in leggings.
Doesn't count. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Doesn't count. Not real.
I can't help it. It's like the sun. You can't look away.
Wait, what? Yeah, you can.
No.
The sun will blind
you can't avoid it. You can't avoid it. I'll say
Okay,
that.
yes. The sun's always there. You can't avoid it. Sometimes you look up and boom, you get a bunch of sun in your face.
Listen, you cannot, like, my community tab is alternate universe, okay? It does not count. It's different.
So
It's
you saying you don't want to bring back Vivi?
I'm saying
Wait.
what? I don't want to bring back Vivi.
Why are we talking about Vivi?
Sorry. I saw your post and it reminded me of you wanting Vivi back.
I'm confused.
Okay, well, this episode of 86
Lighting wants you to join.
This episode of 86 was pretty cool. What do you guys have to say about it?
I don't remember it.
That's
All right.
oh fuck. I was trying to leech off of you guys' opinions. I don't remember this episode that well either, but I'll talk about some of the stuff I remember. But fuck. God damn it.
I have notes right here.
Let me start it off. Let's see. Like, he was a kid and he was small and god damn it.
Oh my god.
You're actually correct by default.
She tries to eat something and her friend's like, "No, I didn't use real eggs. You suck." And you know what, to be honest, I think this episode wasn't that engaging. Cuz I really don't remember.
I mean, like what we did in this episode mainly was we had like a flashback of the 86. It was like showing us, like, them interacting with each other, having fun and things.
Yeah.
So it was really just like at least a good portion of the episode was trying to get us to feel more for these characters. Honestly, in that regard, they're just doing okay. Because like when the characters died, like the last character death we had, I forgot her name. She had like a long name.
Kirschblut?
But
Billy.
oh god, you remember it? I'm not repeating that, but yeah, her.
Kirschblut.
Yeah, every time I can't say her name, you need to come in. So yeah, I don't know what the cue is going to be, but yeah. But when she died,
Kirschblut.
when she died,
Kirschblut.
I was, it was a little emotional, and it wasn't just because of like it was more so of how everybody reacted. But when the dude died in this episode, I didn't really feel too much for it, honestly. Like, cause he had like a relationship with one of the girls in this episode,
Anju.
Yeah, Anju.
You know all
But
their names.
we don't know. Like that's the problem. We don't like know these characters like that.
Yeah,
Apparently
Daya
she
was the
does.
guy. Yeah, Daya was the guy that died, and Lekka was the girl that committed suicide.
But that's all we know them as.
Well, yeah, but that's their names.
Yes.
And Anju
See,
had a thing for Daya.
yeah, we know like
2 seconds she was on the air.
we know like bulletin points about them. Like we can say this character likes this character has this hair, this is their name. That's it. We don't really like know their personality, so when they dies, it doesn't really affect me too much.
Well, I
And
think
maybe that's
the
not the point.
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to like care too much. You're supposed to really care about Undertaker and Lena. That's it.
Yeah. Are they going to be boning?
Oh, most obviously.
Because freaking your girl Lena was blushing
My
at
girl?
the end.
My girl?
Yeah, your girl. She said, in the airway, she said, "SeaTactics for the win," also known as Ben, and she went, "Yeah." She got all red and blustered and flustered, and apparently
First of all,
everybody lost their fucking mind.
That's not what happened. She's very appreciative of his brother, and as well him, and she said that out loud. And in I guess their culture, much like Japan's, that is kind of like being a little bit too intimate. So, no, based off her personality, she would react that way. Pay attention, guys. Pay attention.
Okay, so my bad.
They're gonna hold hands.
In
Yeah,
public,
whoa.
probably.
Sasuke, I see the first picture. Good thing she doesn't have her tongue sticking out.
Oh God. Oh no. Yeah, bad screenshot.
This is.
Someone has to put a tongue there now.
Oh my
I
god.
would never post that for
That
fear
is-
of people doing
That
exactly
is
that.
that is NSFW, Satsuki.
I am sorry. But what else happened this episode? Well, it was Lena's birthday. Happy birthday, Lena.
She's legal now.
I don't know about that. She might have been 16, so
Listen,
Now
you
she's-
guys talking about how she's legal, and I'm sitting over here quiet, not saying anything, and then EA, you're just gonna burst out and be like, "You love Lena," and Saucy's gonna be like, "Ha ha 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 ha," and then I'm just gonna cry in a corner, and then the chat's gonna laugh at me.
it sounds like your normal podcast.
This is ridiculous. Make sure
It's
to
okay
make sure
though.
make
See-
sure to like the podcast, by the way.
Yeah, make sure to smash that like button for more Lena content.
I wouldn't go that far.
Okay, for more regular content that does not involve Lena whatsoever.
Yeah.
I guess like one another good thing about this episode is it's funny to call this a good thing, but when one of the girls was about to get defeated by the Legion, she decided to take her life and shoot herself in the head, and it just shows like the conviction of everybody to not let them get more in their arsenal, because we know if they take the head, they take the brain, they get
Yeah.
stronger and stronger. So
I mean, that's probably like a nightmare. Like they don't know what happens after their brains get harvested. So it's probably
yeah.
they probably
It's-
would rather make sure they don't, live some living hell or anything like that.
Yeah, it's cool just how like that's like an unwritten rule between each other. Like, I don't think there was any instruction from anybody for her to do that. It's just like at first she shot at it, and then when that wasn't working, she lashed her sword.
Cut my life into pieces. This is my
This
last
is my
resort.
last resort. Suffocation. Nope. Okay.
Oh, another thing that happened in the episode was Lena was trying to get, I forgot she was trying to get some weapon to help them, and the guy is just like, typical racist. We're not going to help the 86. And at first he was like, he what did he call them? He called them like machines or something. And it's like, ah man, they're really like hammering in the fact that they everybody just does not consider them humans.
Right.
We get like a reminder every episode. It's just
Right.
funny how like their conversation with, because like Lena made it a point like, no, these are fucking humans, you racist. Like get it through your head.
The same episode, they drew
Yeah.
what they thought Lena
Lena would
looked
look
like.
Yeah.
Was a Miss Piggy looking thing. And they're like, yeah, I bet she's so white. Yeah, and her hair and fucking pig. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
I wonder how they react when they see her, when they actually see her.
Undertaker's gonna like take his pants off.
Oh my god, I don't know about that.
Because he'll be so comfortable. Get your minds out of the gutter.
I don't. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is too much. Too much. I don't know what to say.
Oh, we also had the talk with Lena and her friend Annette, and Lena was asking her like what happens when the pair rate, the thing they have on their neck or whatever, like what happens when it affects their mind. And they said something like, I forgot what they said they did with the what did they call them? They're not handlers, the processors. I think they said like they'll probably like kill the processors, and then with the handlers they like transfer them to a different unit after checking them out. So it's like in their mind, like if something were to happen to these people's mind, due to the pair raid thing tool, they're just disposable. They're just gonna throw them away. So, further in the whole point that the 86 are not human in their eyes.
Lots of fun. Lots of fun. All right.
So I was so is that it?
I mean, to be fair, there wasn't too much that happened in this episode, so
You're not gonna talk about her blushing
we
and
kind of
being
already.
cute eating chocolate.
Well, it was a moment they shared, and their children will probably be beautiful, unless they, in my opinion, they're probably not going to have children. In my opinion, I cannot really, be, optimistic and say by the end of this series that society is going to be fucked. So, because like at the beginning of the episode, we saw like a glimpse of what it's like outside of the Republic, and it's not good. Not good at all. It seems like whatever Legion has done, they have absolutely dominated everybody. Lightning Eagle actually brings up that his brother was the one that saved Lena, which I think we theorized that last episode or something like that, or maybe it was confirmed. I can't remember. That's another important point to bring up, especially with Lena's development, because Lena probably feels some sort of I don't know, like she has to probably stick with this guy because they're related. Do they know that they're related? Oh, they do.
They know.
Okay.
They know. They had a conversation about it because
this is the
he asked about his brother.
So yeah, it definitely seems like that's going to be very integral to their relationship in general. But yeah, they're going to smash.
Well, I guess that's another thing too, because since he asked about his brother, and Lena had her version of him where he's like this kind dude and everything, but we saw in the flashes of
Kirschblut.
No, not her. No, that is not what I was going to say. With the Undertaker, he had a very different version of his brother, where his brother, was trying to kind of murder him.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like it happens.
That's how brothers play. Yeah.
Listen here, you little shit. You give me the Nintendo and I don't murder your ass.
It has happened about 12 times to me. But with a PlayStation 2.
Oh, well, that's fine. Nobody cares about that. Come on.
I killed a bird once.
Oh my god.
Oh wow,
Akito?
Did you kill Kurino? What was that noise?
He just died. What the? So, like, Kareno got his revenge.
Kurino had it coming.
Addie says, Lena is lonely, so yeah. Well, and the people
She's
in
a
the
lonely
86
lieutenant.
are lonely.
Yeah,
Everyone's lonely?
and there's got to be another way to pay for this pizza.
Oh my god. Dude, what the fuck? He fucking shows up with a pizza. It's the first time they see each other. And it's like the pizza is leveled with his crotch. And she's like, what? What the fuck? What is this? Ma'am, you gotta pay for this pizza.
You want this pizza with extra sausage?
I've seen that.
A pizza with extra sausage?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, nice, nice. Is it good?
No comment.
I'm a fucking 12-year-old.
Oh god.
Well, I think we're passing this,
I
right?
think we're passing this. I got nothing else to say about this episode.
Yeah, sure.
I dropped something. Shit.
All right, let's talk about To Your Eternity. We got a new word. Umai. Umai.
Got
Still
a
not
shit
better.
ton of new words.
It's still not better than arigato and itai. Itai.
You can freaking speak now.
Yeah.
You got a whole bunch of words.
Yeah, he can definitely respond in, semi-normal fashion because he's still like I like the fact that they still have him like pronounce like every syllable of a word very slow. But yeah, he's learned thanks to grandma.
Dude, the first half of this episode, I had one of those moments where I was so into it, it got me out of it, and I was watching it, and I was just like, what the fuck am I actually watching right now? I'm watching a child throw pears at an old lady who's starving to death.
I mean, it was funny.
That is funny to think about. She's like, help me out, I'm starving. And he's like, here, eat my apple core.
Didn't he throw one at her fucking head?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
And like it it was so like it was just an amazing moment in this episode that it's so good. It's so funny.
It was pretty funny.
I just love where the old lady goes, oh my.
Yeah, it was pretty cute, like seeing Fushi just like mimic everything that she was doing, and then she just like encouraging, like, no, not arigato when you eat, oh my, and then he follows it.
Yeah, and doesn't even say it right. He's just like,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the show's good. The show has really simple but really funny dialogue.
The previous episode, we had a child die, and now he's using the same body to throw pears at an old lady. I mean, what other anime could you say that does the same thing equivalent to that? You can't.
Well, yeah, I think
That's why I'm passing it.
Oh my god!
That quick.
Did I miss like? What? Did I black out?
Sasuke, I thought you were sober. What happened?
I don't know anymore. I didn't know we get into that part that quick.
Whoa! Did you shake Naoto's hand?
Oh shit! And I could just I go for it like
Do you
that'd be pretty shitty.
Do you have a middle school girlfriend that can beat up everybody?
I don't.
Do you know people that when you hug them turn into animals?
I wish. They
They have to be the opposite sex. Remember that. And you can only hug them from the front, but not from behind.
I'm taking notes right now. I have to find my pen though. Oh, oh yeah. Okay. What I was gonna say was with this show, I like how it can switch the tone of it pretty effortlessly. Like it can go from this like where it's like adventurous and we're all having fun, everything's fine, and then it'll just get to the darker shit where we're like having this death battle between fucking some tree root that steals
fucking
this
Groot.
dude's forms. Like, yeah, like the way it can just like it can just go to those different tones of the series without it feeling like weird or anything like that. I think that's pretty good. Like I'm always in the moment. I'm never like questioning like, wait, weren't we just like having fun 10 seconds ago?
The opposite of Higehiro.
Yeah.
We always have fun watching that. It's only the first episode.
It's fun.
cry.
This show is fun though.
See, now this episode made me think that we may go back to the village with Perona and stuff, because the old lady was like, "This is how you spell Fushi. This is your name, and Perona."
My Perona.
Oh no. Oh no. I thought she was saying her where she lived, her hometown was not Perona. She said she was like she went to Perona's village to get some food because they ditched her. I think she was saying the place that she lives at is the same place that Hayase lives.
Yeah, I mean they went to like a totally different island, but like it makes me think like maybe there's a chance we go back there.
You see that the place where they ended up at with the kid wearing the helmet, it looks like something totally out of Legend of Zelda, like the Wind Waker or something.
We like everything in this anime is just what the fuck.
Honestly, it kind of also reminded me a little bit of Demon Slayer, just how goofy.
In a good way?
Just like in, how like Demon Slayer's like character designs, like they don't fit in because they're so bright.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what it felt like. Where it's like it's not like a deal breaker or anything. It's not a bad thing. It's just weird.
We gotta have a random elf at some point and goblins to
Oh my god.
to do some random things.
No.
I fucking hate Goblin Slayer.
Kabad. X-Arm's worse.
His arm is better.
Oh heck no. X-Arm is worse.
Oh,
X-Arm gives me nightmares to this day.
Did any of us finish Goblin Slayer?
I did.
Oh wow. Good.
I did it.
Yeah, I think I made it like 5 episodes. I
It
dropped
was
it.
alright. I mean, I wouldn't say it's good, but I wouldn't say it's like bad either. Like it had its epic moments, but I couldn't get past that CGI suit and just
Window
window
Bobs.
bobs, witch bobs, and bobby bobs.
Still can't
Blind
get over.
Bobs.
They named her Cow Lady.
They don't. Yeah, the authors talked about how he just doesn't give the characters names. I forgot his reasoning. All I know is it wasn't a good reason.
It's funny because I'm bad with names, and I was like, "How am I remembering these characters' names?" Oh,
That's
that's
probably
right.
why.
'Cause that's what I'm calling them.
Yeah, they literally just don't. Her name is Cowgirl. There's like Guild Lady. There's fucking Witch. The Witch. I don't know.
Elf.
Like they're just what they do or how they look. That's their names.
Dude, that whoever, I don't know who it is that authors Goblin Slayer, but they are like pristine, like forum goer, like fucking closet weeb. Like holy shit, that guy's weird.
Maybe.
Compared his own work to Berserk. Ugh. Which I heard they're doing a short film or something like that on Netflix. Like, what the fuck is that about? Yeah, I heard that. I never got to search it up. Let me search it up right now while you guys talk.
Okay.
What's
I
up?
was going to say, I was going to say with this episode, we had like a literal god. We had a god in this episode.
Oh
I
my
think I
God,
said it
that's
last.
right.
Yeah, I think I said it last podcast where like this show has like no bounds with the fantasy elements. Like they don't put a limit on anything that can happen. So when these things happen, you're not really questioning like, wait, what? Why is this guy coming out of fucking portal like Thanos? He just,
Right.
yes, it happens. Yeah, I'm just like, okay.
And he has the same voice as the narrator, so it's like, this is the guy
He
that's
is the
been
guy.
following Fushi around.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's a rumor. It's on Twitter. There's a rumor going around that Netflix is working on a short film adaptation of the manga series.
A live action or animated?
They just say a short film. Likely, that's probably going to be animated. So it's going to be yet a fucking another adaptation that goes nowhere.
Yay.
I have yet to watch it. Just the first episode.
I wonder how those the fruits they eat in the show. I wonder if they're good.
I mean, they're huge.
Oh my
whatever
God.
they are.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Okay,
Oh my
so
God.
I don't know what this is, but like, oh my God. Okay, so this is what the
Stop
post
leaving
says.
us in suspense.
A Berserk short film by Netflix. I'm so excited to show you this. Thanks for the permission to post this first. This autumn, you guys will see the first CG live action short film of Berserk. I'm working
What'd I
as
tell
creative
you?
director in the studio.
Ooh, it's live action.
Sadly, I cannot give any more details. You will have to wait for the summer to see the official reveal by Netflix. Holy shit. Not watching it. Dude, it's
I was gonna
fucking
say, I'm
live
not
action.
excited.
Dude, they showed the fucking images out there for what it looks like. What the fuck?
Well, yeah, it's probably gonna hype up the whole fact that they made
Okay.
a live action Cowboy
Okay,
Bebop too.
look at this.
So I mean,
Look at this.
they're probably gonna make a lot of live action animes now. Thank you, Netflix.
You cannot be. This has to be a fucking cruel joke.
I guess we'll find out. Autumn 2021.
Oh my God.
If it happens, we're watching it, right?
To shit on it.
Why? The last live action, anime, or I guess in this case manga to live action adaptation I watched was fucking Death Note and
Oh, that was so bad.
Light Turner, Mia.
Oh.
Not a fun time.
William
Dude.
Dafoe as Ryuk it had potential, but he was just more boring than anything.
It wasn't fun.
Nope, none of it was great. My name's Light, and I'm 13.
Can we just like watch the 1997 Berserk after we kill Higehiro?
Higehiro would never die.
I would say, what makes you think it's gonna get killed now?
You just haven't seen the next episodes.
All right, when we next week when we get to this position, I'll be singing a different tune.
You probably, yeah. Listen,
I think
Yeah.
I could save Higehiro.
You could say
No, it's a way because if on the same day we kill both Tokyo Revengers and Higehiro can still be
Ooh.
saved.
wait, why are we
Ooh,
killing?
technicality?
Why are we throwing Tokyo Raiders under the bus when we could like fucking kill What fucking weed are you guys smoking? Is it still 420? What
mean,
the fuck? Let me check.
You killed both of them, so like it doesn't matter.
You gotta save one of them. That's the rule.
Yeah. And then the chat will decide. We'll decide whether they want Higehiro or Tokyo Revengers.
And
You know
they'll
what
fucking
they'll say.
pick Higehiro.
They'll probably try to bring back Vivi. They
Yeah.
probably won't
Oh
even
my
vote for
God.
any of them.
Jesus.
I'll be like 1 for Higehiro, 2 for Tokyo Revengers, and they'll just all be 3s. Just Vivi.
For
Hashtag
Vivi.
bring back Vivi.
I mean, they've been doing it all night.
It doesn't even matter. Like, why do people want us to talk about Vivi? We're not like super positive on the show.
The most overrated show of the season.
Yeah, usually people like, that's very weird. Usually when we like keep watching shows that we obviously hate, people are like, just kill it. Jesus, stop complaining. Now it's like, oh my god, please complain more about Vivi. We love it.
You know what it is?
What is it?
Mascus?
No, I have a lot to blame because I signed my soul whenever we watched X-Arm, and now everyone expects us to do the same now with shitty anime.
But I don't think they think it's shitty. People really like Vivi.
See, that confuses me.
They really love it. Oh, side note, since we're like pretty much done talking about To Your Eternity, a lot of people have been hyping up this show called Shadow's House. I'm just too swamped with anime to give it a try, but I've seen a lot of people talk about how underrated it is and whatnot.
Well,
so
people compare it to The Promised Goofy Land, Sasuke's fever dream. So
wait,
wait,
two
the
or
Promised
one?
Goofy Land or the Promised Neverland?
Because season 1 was good.
well, they never had an adaptation for The Promised Neverland. It's still just the manga, but we're talking about The Promised Goofy Land. Sasuke's
That's
fever
not
dream.
good. It's not good then.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
people are
that's
saying it's
bad.
like a good version of the Promised Goofy Land, Sasuke's fever dream.
Oh, well, all right.
Yeah.
I have to ask around people about the anime because I'm not going to watch it this season, I don't think, but I'll at least like see if it's worth giving it a try next season, maybe.
Yeah, this season, Sasuke, you're... How many anime are you going to watch next season? You're probably going to watch like 2.
Like this is all I've watched this season and am watching. I watched Yasuke, which was an OVA, 6 episodes, not good. Don't watch it. Watching 86, watching Ida Zero, watching Fruits Basket, To Your Eternity, Nagatoro, Joran, Shaman King, Super Cub, Tokyo
Oh my
Revengers,
God.
and Vivi. And I've
That's a
not
lot.
dropped a single one.
You're a trooper, man.
I'm barely hanging on to life.
So, before we get into our final thoughts for To Your Eternity, remember, if you haven't already, make sure to like as well. Leave a comment after if you're watching VOD. And share this out with your friends, whoever they may be. Tell them about King of Anime Podcast. That's how the show grows. All your support is very much needed for this to continue to grow. So, that being said, repassing or killing To Your Eternity, for me, it's a pass. The show's fucking awesome. Itai. Umai.
Yeah, it's a great pass. I can't wait for the next episode where we get to see Helmet Kid from Legend of Zelda.
I'm passing it. I can't lie to you guys. I was skeptical on To Your Eternity before it like aired, but honestly, I might like it a little more than Fruits Basket right now. Just at this current moment.
I kind of feel the same way, honestly. It's just it's just a little bit fresh, I think. But with that being said, EA, where can they find you?
All right, you can find me at Everything Animated. I know I've said this for years, and I know you probably are tired of hearing me say this, but this time it's for real. I have some things in the works, and I hope to finally make them and put them onto my YouTube. I don't have a date. I don't have a certain time frame. It's one of those whenever it's done type things, and it's not going to be anime related. It's something that I've wanted to do for a while. So I would really appreciate if y'all came over and showed the love and supported. And I mean, if it does really good, get some mega support. But anyway, so check me out at the everythinganimated.com. Just Everything Animated. Search for that. The one with the pretty looking face. Twitch, Killer Zeke 87. I have 3 videos up there. I did Resident Evil Village. Last night I played a part that genuinely creeped me out and had my heart pounding. I don't know if it was because I was wearing headphones, but let's just say the part with the baby in the house. Oh my god.
Dude, I feel like I
And
tanked
then-
that area. Like, I streamed that as
I-
well. And,
I was fucking just running and panicking the whole time. Like I haven't played a game that made my heart jump out my chest in a long time. But okay, so that's and so yeah, follow me on Twitch, and finally I have a YouTube with me and my girlfriend called All Elite Couple. Haven't posted anything in a while, but we hope to make a comeback sometime here in the future, especially because there is a pay-per-view coming up called Double or Nothing. If you're a fan of AEW and wrestling in general, come check us out. We'll be more than happy to see you there.
Satsuki, do your thing!
You can find me on Satsuki the Savage, where I post infrequently, but what I do post is usually about Watamote. And if you have no interest in those videos because you haven't read Watamote, read Watamote. Like, read it now. Read a good chunk of it, because it's a series that gets progressively better over time. As well, talk about Fruits Basket, the Oxen Rat podcast on my channel as well. We aim for Tuesday all the time, 8 p.m. Eastern, with my co-host Perry. Talk about the episode more in depth. So if you watch my live reactions on my Sasuke Reactor channel, and you watch my Fruits Basket live reactions, if you want more of my thoughts on the episode, even more so on KOA, then check out that podcast. That's about it for me.
I have tomorrow, of course, Fruits Basket podcast. Me and Rising, we're going to talk about the newest episode like we did here tonight. It's going to be freaking awesome. And as well, AOT or Demon Slayer video that was supposed to come out Friday, but that happened. And Wednesday, we're going to have an AOT video. Thursday, a video on Fruits Basket and misconceptions about the series. A video I've always really wanted to do. And then finally on Friday, we're going to have a video reviewing Heaven's Feel 3, the third and final film in the Fate Stay Night Heaven's Feel trilogy. So, should be fun. Big week for UFO Table on my channel, we'll say that. So that's pretty nice. So, with that being said, thanks everybody for coming out to this stream. Much appreciated. Appreciate everybody who came out and chatted, liked the video, even donated before the show. So,